So today's video is going to be me redesigning influencer makeup collab palettes. So let's just get into it. So the first one I'm going to start with is the Alyssa Edwards ABH palette collab. So let's zoom in, do Control J, let's get the basics right this time. I've done another one of these, so you will see the trial and tribulations of. So what we're going to do first is we're going to do a purple shade, I feel like, instead of loads of browns. I feel like a purple shade would work quite nicely. Then we're going to do like really full on dark purple. Then I'm going to do like a really bold orange. Sort of think brightening the colours up really does help. And that's where we're at with it. I think that's where I'm going to leave it because it's quite good. I'd say like actually there's one other thing I would do, I feel like. Adding a piece of pink. So that's changes I'd make to this one. Control D is so hard at times, especially doing it one-handed. See what we go for next. I'm gonna do the Beauty Bay palette with Nikki tutorials. I feel like I'm going to make that orange a bit brighter so that we have like orange, like a really like bold orange, just because it looks a little bit like a rustier orange and sort of very repetitive. I feel like instead of that brown sort of thing, I feel like a black might go better. No, it's kind of meant to be like light to dark, that's the theme. But I think adding a matte black would work. I think I've changed one of the shimmer colours too as well, like. I feel like a darker shimmer colour would look quite good, like. I like a blue shimmer, so I think I'm going to do like a blue shimmer. Sort of do that. Might do like a yellow shimmer as well. Like I feel like a lot of the shimmers are just the same. feel like instead of that blue, I feel like I might do like a sky blue or really quite light blue, just to make that blue pop. Just because we want like bright, bold mattes. Much, actually shimmer. Do that with the matte, so we'll do a bright matte. I feel like I'd make that purple a shimmer. So this is like my little trick. This is like the trick I always use for glitter stuff. If I want to make something glittery, I just sort of... And then I just play with the blending mode to like... And that looks amazing, I'd say, in soft light. I like that's all I make is changes, like I think that's now done. Gonna look at the first ever Soph palette. I love Soph's palettes. Not many changes I would make to these because these are like stunning. Probably make one of the shades a bit more peachier. Or like a really light pink. I feel like I'd add a blue. I know this is going a bit colour match order. Gonna do a light blue there. Gonna like rub out my mistakes. Gonna go for a slightly more. I feel like I might add a darker blue just to, because there's quite a few light colours but there's not many dark. It could just be photo interpretation, but I feel like a dark blue would look really cool. Then I'm going to do like a pinky red sort of shade, because I feel like some darker ones is what this palette's like really kind of missing, but I still like it, like I don't have a problem with it. I just like playing around and making things better. Gonna do like a really light brown. Well, actually a more like peachy red kind of colour. Peachy red would work quite well in this colour story. And I'd have a shimmery pink. Gonna go paste the glitter. safely say with this one, we've not had as many trials and tribulations as the last one was. I think that will be it. Like, I think that's all I do, just sort of making those small changes. Next, we're going to do the Jackie Eyeliner palette. I think I'd add a red in there, like, instead of that. Keep the shape ginger as it is, but keyboard shortcut for that. I feel like I'd make the Supreme shade slightly darker pink, like go for a really reddy pink that's quite a dark shade. And to be honest, that's it. Like, that's all I'd really do. Like, I wouldn't change like a load because it is a very good palette. So now we're gonna look at the Carly by Bell palette. I have like one really light brown, I think I'd add. Got a really light brown. Though I would have one thing. Silver glitter. Actually, no. I think I'd add a yellow shade. There's glitter. Because I feel like that kind of works quite well. To be honest, I'd leave it there. I'd say like these ones I'm not heavily like doing a lot to. Some of them. Next we're going to go in with the James Childs palette. Don't shoot me for that. Right. So first what we're going to do is sort of going to put like an olive green shade in. Then I'm going to have like a peachy one, or like a kind of like a creamy yellow shade, I'd say. Then I'm going to add a light pink. I like light pastel pink to go next to the red. Then I think in that place I'd probably add quite a bold yellow. bolder yellow would work better. But that could just be because I use a lot of yellow in my looks. Then I think one of the purples I'm gonna change and do like a bluey purple colour. Then that brown I'm gonna like go for quite a dark brown, I'd say. Just give the palette quite a dark brown, because that's one thing I find, there's a lot of light browns in a lot of these palettes, but not as many darker browns. I think this angle's okay. Then I think we'll go with that one there that's more turquoise and make it a blue, just or like a darker turquoise, I'd say. So that's what I'd go for. I do like this palette, not that I'd buy it myself because I really don't support either James Charles or Morphe, but fitted into the theme of the video. Next we're going to do this newest Soph palette. Not that I'm going to change a lot about it, because I really do like this palette. I think I'd change the olive green shade to a more of a turquoise, sort of forest green colour. Then the colour cereal, I think I'd change to more of a I'd go with like this kind of yellow. Actually, I'm going to change that to a different brown, I feel like. Let's just trial and error over here. Kind of like a mustardy brown, I'd say. It's just trial and error. And then I think that's it. See, wait, I'm going to change. Pinky purple shade. I feel like would go well. So you have like a middle purple. Then I think that's it. I think it looks quite good. I did do the Smoky Glow palette in my last video, so I'm not going to be doing that in this video. The Shane Dawson one we're going to do next. I don't support Jeffree Star. Shane, I watch his content, but I'm not like a stan. I don't actively support him. Like, I sort of watch what I'm interested in and I'm there for the content. I don't actively agree with him. I only really watch the content. I'm not like a stan. So the first thing we're going to do with that one there, feel like a peachy pink would work quite nicely, so just thought I'd put that out. So sheer light pink. Feel like that sandy colour sort of. Feel like an orange would work quite well in that one. Sort of thing, so that we have like two sort of shades of oranges. Like I find 2 shades of oranges work quite well. That one I'm going to sort of go for like an olivey green colour. Like this sort of darker green. Kind of like a darker green. Feel like I'm gonna like make it a red instead of that sort of dark orange. I think red would work quite well. Instead of like that grey, I think I'm gonna choose like a peach colour. So that's where we're like up to. I feel like this one's quite good, like I did like it. I like the palette, but I wouldn't actively buy it because I don't actively support them and they're like affiliated with Morphe, so I don't support that, so that's one. I feel like that brown I'd change because I'm pretty sure I saw it in the other palette, so I think I might go for like a mint green, I'd say. I feel like mint green would go quite well. So that's like the pink. I feel like I'd go with a peachy pink. And I think that would be it. Quickly googling another source material just because there's one other that I want to try. Like, I'm gonna go Google. Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. Kind of want to play with like both. Jaclyn Hill Morphe. Then I want to try like the super colourful out there one. And then we'll pop back into Photoshop. But first we'll do the Nikki Tutorials one, because I would make some changes. I'd go for like a peachier pink, because that's just quite bold. Keep the silver, but I would go with, for that one I'd go with like a, for like a reddy brown I'd go with that. Then I would keep it like that. I don't support Too Faced. And I do have a whole video on makeup brands I don't support. Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics is another one I don't support, but I'm just using it in a video. So I would have a matte white there. Actually, I'd do it on the front one. Like the first shade is like normally the matte white shade. Sort of with my brush, trying to like get the size of the beads. I can like fit my size. I think, to be honest, it is very repetitive, so I'm gonna feel like adding red might be another one to go for. Next I'm gonna have like a light yellow, I think. I really like the light yellow. I wouldn't have like 3 brown shimmers. I know they're like probably most used colours, but I just sort of don't like too much repetitiveness. I just think let's do some I feel like a yellow shimmer or an orangey shimmer. I feel like a yellow shimmer would look quite good. Then we have a red shimmer. I'd go for like a reddy pink shimmer. So I think that would look cool. And then I'd only keep like one. I'd go for a pastel pink, because that's one colour I can't see in this palette, is a pastel pink shade. It's all quite dark ones. There will be a Morphe video coming at some point in either January or February. So don't know yet when it's coming. Depends on when I script and film and edit it. So I feel like we might go for like a purple maroon shade, or I'm gonna add a lilac first, I think. This is the hardest step. Is the Control D. Then I think sort of go with like a really dark purple. Quite a dark purple. Then I'll go for like a reddy pink. Bold red pink. So now we're sort of starting to get some kind of colour difference. Then next what we're going to go for is going to be like one more colour change. Go for like a maroon shade. Brown, purple, maroon shade. That's where we're at. I think that's it finished. Geez, that's a lot of neutrals. Gonna do like the same as I did with the last one, give it a matte white. Then I think we'll go for like a peach shade, I'd say. Then we need to make some difference between those browns. To be honest, it's not the most cohesive palette. Like it's, if I show you, or try and show you, or you can sort of see, if I prop, you can see me just, yeah. Kind of see it's quite hard to show everything super in depth. Even pulling it back sort of doesn't really work. That's better. I think a reddy brown would look quite good. Like it's sort of, neutral palettes are fine, they just need to have variety. Which is kind of the thing wrong with these palettes. I feel like an orangey red shade would sort of work quite nicely. Then I think one of these in a shimmer would look so good. I think we might have a grey brown sort of thing. Then I think a purpley grey colour would sort of go in nicely next to that one. I think that one needs to be a darker grey sort of thing. I'm going to do a lilac and then a darker grey. Then that kind of shade there. Can add a darker pink so there's a bit more variety. I know pink was a lot in the other one that we just did. I think that makes it look a lot better, I'd say. In fact, we'll do a mint green, I'd say. And then I think that's it.
A few moments later.